Okay, guys, I'm just out here taking a stroll with my dog, and I just want to address a couple of actually a comment that I got on one of my YouTubes on the everyday carry, bobs, and long-term pack. Okay, a couple of things I mentioned yesterday. One, what I do for me is whether it's right or whether it's wrong, it's what I do. It works for me. Okay, it's the first thing. I'm not judging what anybody else does. Second, I mentioned that for some people, they may need more equipment and more supplies than someone else. They might have a family, they may have kids, they may be a few different things, okay? And the third thing is that I said that I believe that people should have some kind of water and food and stored and prepared in case there's ever some kind of power shortage or some kind of emergency in your home, and you'll have some kind of preparedness for that. Okay. With that said, let me point out a few things. Why what works for me and how it works for me. There's a certain level of preparation that you can have. All right. You can go out and get 3 years of number 10 can Mountain House food. You could store a year's worth of water, store gasoline. I mean, you could do all these things, all right? But my thing is, after you've done that, are you prepared for when your preparation fails? In other words, if a person did all this and he's living in New Orleans and he gets hit by the hurricane and all his supplies and stuff is wiped out, are you prepared for that? Okay? So now what I'm saying is, not only do you have to be prepared, but you have to be prepared for when your preparations fail. I also talked about people that sort of get a little over the top with this stuff, all right? I'll give you an example of that. Let's just say I'm heading into Boston some night, and I bring my SIG 40, okay? Am I prepared? Yeah. If anything ever happens, some kind of stuff goes down, I got my firearm, I'm somewhat prepared, okay? I could be with somebody else, and he could have 2 40 cals on him with 4 magazines. He could have a boot knife, he could have a knife in his back, and he could have a breakdown rifle in under his jacket. Do I think that's over the top? I do. Do I think he's prepared? He is. But for him, that might be cool. For me, I think the guy's being a little excessive. If you are in the city, and you don't have a lot of skills, and you don't have the ability to improvise, you're going to need a lot of stuff. I mean, if you can't go out across the street from your home and trap squirrel or follow sign where raccoons are, or go into the park across the street and get dandelions or cattails, and if you don't know how to, improvise with nature, you're going to need more food. You're going to need more water. You're going to need more supplies, okay? If you can make do without that and improvise and do for yourself, you don't need that. That's all I'm saying. Sooner or later, supplies run out, equipment fails, and you're going to be stuck trying to figure stuff out. So, I'm not saying that just because people prep that they're scared. I don't feel as though I have to have a backpack full of supplies in the city. If the shit did ever hit the fan, all right, people are going to be scavenging. People are going to be looting. There's going to be a lot of crap that's going on, all right? And if you happen to have a lot of supplies, or you're carrying a lot of supplies, you're a target, okay? Who do you think they're going to hit? A guy that's got nothing, or a guy that's got a backpack full of supplies, medicals, food, water, okay? Now, you might have firearms. You might get yourself into a firefight, but why not just be resourceful enough to, if you have the stuff, great, but have your skills together so if you ever don't have your supplies or your equipment, you have the ability to improvise on the spot, getting water, getting shelter, making improvised weapons. So without going any further, guys, I'm not against prepping, not at all. I'm against being able to prep in proportions and understand that just because you have all this stuff doesn't mean you're going to keep all this stuff. Just because you have 3 years of number 10 Cairns Mountain House doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get to that if an earthquake happens and your house collapses. All right? You have to be able to be prepared for when your preparation fails. Okay, guys? That's all I was saying. No big deal. I just wanted to clarify that. Okay, guys? My name is Joe Matthew, 123survive.com, home of the Combat Nation and the Integrated Martial Development Center. Hey, guys, I appreciate your comments, and sometimes if I can come back and clear up a few things, I'll be glad to do that.